Your significant other quit. What the hell is going on? Your significant other quits their job because they want to become a rapper. The mixtape is dropping next week, but so are the bills. Would you support them?
No.
Explain.
Off the rip, no. You quit.
I mean, you're gonna get your 2 weeks.
Get your sexy red self back to work. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
No.
How did you quit your job? You quit your job
It would just
for these
be,
bars?
It would just be, and why didn't we sit down and have a conversation about
That's
this?
some like wild like. Hold on, let's play.
Off the fly.
I believe my bars are better than my job.
First of all, that's crazy.
My bars, man. You don't want to sell my dream. You don't want my bars, yo, Amber, yo. Here we go, yo.
Like, hold on. Wait. We gotta play the scenario a second. Hold on. You come home from a nasty hour and a half commute in this Toronto city traffic. You come home you and your significant other come home at the same time. Hey, honey, how's it going? How's your day? Whatever, right? Give a little kiss on the cheek, whatever. Or you give him a kiss on the cheek. You mean to tell me you're gonna say in the next sentence that, oh, today was the last day at work? What do you mean it was the last day at work?
I quit my job.
What do you mean you quit? Wait, hold up. What do you mean you quit your job? Well, you know my passion is rapping, and look, don't worry.
Mixtape drops next week.
Mixtape drops next week. But it's end of the month. We have bills.
It's the end of the month, and you know what?
It's the end of the month. What do you mean you're quitting?
I'm gonna say this.
Nah, man, you got it. Nah, go back to your job now.
I'll say based off some other rappers that said, they usually see a hint of success before they quit their jobs. You always hear, yo, I did my first track. I made like $10,000. I quit my job instantly. That's how I would hear it with certain rappers.
Right.
So for you to say, my mixtape fire, super hot fire, and I quit my thing, I understand your compassion.
But the scenario you just said, at least money was coming in. But no, this is like, no, I just quit and it's dropping next week. You're like, yo, but are you gonna do shows after?
You know what? I'll be very angry, but I would still support.
Mind you,
I'll be very angry.
You guys
what the hell? I gotta take overtime, man. Jesus. You don't even rap like this no more, man. You're just rapping about anything now, which is crazy. It's like, you're with me. They got hot girl summer. You're not hot girl summer. You're in a relationship.
I'm rolling.
What are you doing?
You're supposed to be hot no matter what, whether you're in a relationship.
Ski.
That's what she raps about.
Pound Town.
That's what she raps about. That doesn't mean that your girl would be the one rapping that.
Mixtape, you don't go. She had a bonus track and just cooking you on the track.
Oh no, not being dissed by
your track.
Right? She's like, if you didn't show up, she has that one as the one in the clip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Nah, bro.
That's funny.
I'm gonna say fire for that.
No, kill me.
Well, no, I would support, but I'd be very angry because you never know. Like, if the track is horrid, and you're just there.
It's a whole mixtape. The other question is, where were you? Did you know that your partner had a mixtape?
No, but anybody could be doing the music and then just quit. You know what I mean?
I get that question. Like,
right?
No, but like that's.
You could know they've been doing tracks and whatever.
See the way it's written, it's like it was like a fast decision they made.
No, well, and that could be it. I have a bunch of tracks on the thing. I made a track list. Mixtape next week.
We're not being employed. You could drop a mixtape and still work, and then you use that money to fund your
promotions.
Yeah. It's the better way to do it.
Yeah.
But
like,
hey, a lot of
you don't just like.
All I got is my bars and a dream, yo. I'ma make it. 4 fours and a 6. I make the trunk lift. Real spit.
Fire.
Unbelievable, man.
But yeah. I'll be upset, but I'll support. I'll be very upset. Very upset, but I'd still support. I'll probably be kissing teeth the whole mixtape.
That's funny.
But let me go to the next one. Our couple is staying in a relationship because of the kids. Is this noble or foolish?
That's such a very loaded question.
I think it's noble because I think you don't want the kid to see that dysfunction.
But it's kind of in it though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're
seeing dysfunction. You don't like each other.
But you're
staying for the sake of them.
But I mean, that's not something you show to your kids.
You try not to, but like
you don't know when people don't like each other, man. You're gonna think that's normal growing up.
That part.
Like the fact that, say for example, they don't do things with each other. They don't spend time with each other. They don't do activities with each other.
Personally,
they don't touch each other. Like you're gonna realize, like, yo, what's the point? Affection? What is that? That's not normal.
It was a TikTok clip, not a TikTok. It was a clip of seeing a woman was like, this guy opened the door for me. This guy's weird. This guy's giving me flowers. What? But then she had to realize that, oh, I'm the one that's kind of. I didn't really grow up with this, like, because of
the interaction with the parents.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. It's just a couple staying in a relationship because of the kids. Like, is that noble or foolish?
I think it's foolish.
Ooh,
I think it's foolish only because, like I said, like if you're no longer interested in this person, and now both of you are putting yourself in a position to suffer instead of finding true love.
I think you could rekindle love by the sake of how both of you support the kid. Maybe that's a dream, but like, I think like if you have a kid and you're, trying to work, like, because this is something both of you created.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like you can,
But no matter what you do, like, you're still going to be able to, like, interact with your child and still do whatever and give them the necessary nurturing impressions that you're supposed to do, even if it's separate.
I think another thing, I don't know, I think I'm hearing a verb in the battle. It was like, I put you in the best shoe. I said you stay with your mom because that's a chess move, because I don't want no step dude to come in and try to step to you or something like that. You remember that in the battle? And maybe that's how I feel about it too. Like, I want to be able to...
Yeah, that part... Sheesh. And some of them get weird like that too. Like, oh, call me stepdad. And it's just like...
Ain't no step. You go...
Like, chill out with that.
Yeah.
But nah,
But wouldn't you want your child to see what pure happiness internally looks like when they're a kid?
Of course.
When they're a parent?
And you can somehow, if you're...
Not according to Reddit.
If you're the right person, I think even you would do your best to like do whatever for the kid, some way, somehow.
Yeah.
And sometimes
because
it's like,
that's tough.
Because if you're sitting there with the person, right, sitting with your partner you've had this child with and whatever, and you don't like them, say the person stepped out, maybe you just feelings have fallen out, you realize that you guys have no interest, you guys actually don't do anything similar. Nothing's compatible. What do you say? Like, you guys won't even touch each other because you're not attracted to each other.
That's tough. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You may have something, but I still feel like I think there's some type of detriment to the kid.
But then
that's what I'm worried about.
What would happen if your child finds out that you stepped out and having whole relationships? Both of y'all are having whole relationships on the side.
Oh, yo, that's...
Because you guys are actually dating people outside because you guys are not.
Listen here, son. Welcome to the real world. I'm joking.
Like,
I'm joking. I don't know.
Well,
that's tough.
We're here because of you, hon. Mommy and daddy don't like each other, but we love you, and we want the best for you.
This is like the show, for those who watch, Frasier. It's a guy, like, they have the same interaction. Like, the son's there. The son bounces back and forth.
You know what I thought about? For some reason, Arthur with Buster, when they talked about the whole divorce. Buster's dad and the wife.
And he was the pilot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that episode again.
Slightly did like a whole divorce thing. I remember that. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. You guys have a point, but it's tough because I'm like.
So I'll share a real thing because I'm obviously people's names aren't gonna be said, but a scenario happened with that where the couple split. The children are like much older though, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is though, it would have been better for them to stay together because reality right now is like there's a whole recession right now.
Right.
But this happened like way back. But the point being made is like
They're both suffering without each other.
yeah, because one has to live in an apartment. Both of them have to live in an apartment. One obviously gets the kids more than the other, right? But now it's like they have to sell off the house. They both put in work, and then it's just half this and half that.
It's a battle.
It's I don't know. It didn't end well. I think even my parents were giving advice like yes, you have issues and everything, but you were better off staying together in the long term, right? Even though I guess at the home you keep it cordial, whatever cordial means.
You know, because
right?
some people, I think it's just a different type of relationship.
Because see, reality right now is if you break up. Hey man, what's rent right now? 3,000 on your head top?
Yeah.
I realize
That sucks though. Then that means you have to sit in a space with somebody that you may not like, but out of like desperation, really.
I do believe there's some relationships where people have been like I'm tired of you, but we live together and we have kids, so we just
for sure.
This is what it is.
You know the comedian Godfrey, right? Mm-hmm. I remember he broke up with I think he mentioned he broke up with his girl, but because of how crazy New York rent is, unfortunately, they gotta stay in the same spot.
Is that a comedy skit or is that a real thing?
No, he mentioned it anytime he goes on live or he's on his own show. He always mentions it, but it's like he'll be on live and then you'll see her in the background just walk. Like, it's just like they don't. It's like they have the apartment and it's just divided. They don't even like. There's no interaction.
So it goes sometime, I guess.
One of my college friends had a roommate like that. It's just like they both put half on the rent, but when we walked in, it was divided. Mm-hmm. They don't really say good morning to each other. Nothing. It's just a weird. And they found a way to make it work.
Yeah. That's wild. All right. How many questions should I do? 2 more?
Just one more. Just for time.
All right. I'm just picking from the center.
Ooh.
Well, I picked up 2. I'm gonna put down 1.
Damn, when you have to live? Ooh, that's.
No, I think we already did this one. I remember when I was a trial run. So, your significant other stays over the night at an ex house to spend more time with their child. Is this acceptable?
Oh,
geez. By the time you just said ex, I said
no. It's a no.
Wait a minute.
Is that just a no?
To spend more time with the child?
Yeah, with their child. All right, that's a no. All right, that's a quick one. All right, let's do it one more because that one's.
I mean,
it's quick. Like you did. Like that's a no.
Look, okay, you don't have to say that. If there's like
there's so many things on it.
If it's like okay, I'm spending more time with my child because I don't see them.
No, it's not their child. It's the ex's child, not their child.
Whoa! Read that. Wait.
Oh wait, their child.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was the ex. Ooh.
Yeah, spending the night over at their to spend more time with their child. You could spend more time, but spending the night.
Spending a night there.
And it depends on what type of living situation your ex has. Where would you sleep?
Where would you sleep?
And I'm gonna be on the phone with you all night. Not me saying trust issues, but
put that. Oh man, that question is crazy.
That is not okay. I don't think that's okay. Come home. Come home.
That's funny.
Come home. Take the kids too.
That was actually how I felt. Like
come
take
home.
The kids too. Like
bring the kids here.
But I guess
if I know I'm dealing with someone that has kids, I have to make sure that if anything happens, I have to be able to have the kids at the house. Snacks. All more reason to have unhealthy snacks in the house.
Why don't you have them at your house? Well, it depends on what the custody exchange is anyways, right?
That was
Like,
a real question. Like, I'm just like,
because if you could only see them and like you go to them, that's the only way that you see them.
I didn't realize it was a real question until I read it over. But yeah,
That is some people's reality. Fact.
Yeah, and I wish you guys the best blessings, kids and parents.
Sometimes you don't really have to say. You can't be like, you can't see your kid because I think, or I don't know. You know, yeah.
And
your last place in it.
That's
sorry.
the dangerous aspect of like being with someone that has kids. In a sense,
you're kind of last.
Yeah.
Well, you can definitely. It's easier to have trust issues for sure.
The problem is you can't even say you're kind of last because there's some people they forget about their kids for a box food.
I know what you mean, but
there's some people that they just go on like they never had kids and just you know.
This is true.
Damn.
This is very true.
Put that question away, man. That question was crazy.
Well, I guess
was a crazy question.
I guess that will be it for today.
Damn, that was a that was like a that is exhausting. Holy.
All right, yo. Well, this is basically tonight's conversations, the card game. Yeah.
For all your relationship debates.
All your relationship debates. There's more. There's different ones. I mean, if you guys, I didn't buy a set. I just have this one, but I plan to buy a set.
That's a good thing
to have great conversation starters,
yeah.
Stuff like that. If there's anyone that has stuff like this that you want us to like have a specific pod talking through these things, or maybe we'll have some special guests, send them our way. Send us a package now.
AskTheVent@gmail.com.
Send us a package.
THEVENT@gmail.com.
And we'll have a one pod about these things, you know, and just work out the questions. And yeah,
damn, that last one was just so real. It's so real, man. And the best one that we read today.
I don't remember them. I'm pretty tired.
No, you want to upgrade this person in bed, but then your FWB just drops by. Oh, that is such a you don't know whether to lie. You don't know whether to be like. Go outside and be like, not today.
That's funny.
Oh, that was a good one.
You don't even want to see their face.
That was a good one.
Don't even answer them.